Welcome to another episode, everyone. An individual from Harlem Crip, rolling 30's, Harlem Crip, got into it with an individual from Black Pt.1. And then I found myself in the middle of this, involved. I ended up getting into it with the individual from Harlem Crip. This is part one of the Harlem Crips and the Black Pt.1s get into it. But the big fella finds himself in the middle, and I get into it, as I just alluded to as well, because there, the Los Angeles County Jail, it is replete with gang violence. It is infested. The BPSs were in the Los Angeles County Jail, and they were deep. Baby Rev from Black Pt.1 was there. Naughty B and his brother Lunch Meat from BPS was there. And the list goes on. Hell, Big Rev was there at one point. And then it was quite a few Harlems there. The homie Mace from Harlem was there, and quite a few others. The OG homie from Harlem was there, who's involved in this situation here. We're just going to call him T. If you know, you know. And I went to high power there in the Los Angeles County Jail for a situation I had gotten into when an individual got cute and called himself taking my phone time behind my back. Well, yeah, I went berserk and found myself there in high power. And I got out of high power, and they put me on the 3,000 floor. The high power was on the 3,000 floor. They only had one module open for me. They're going to send me back to my floor, the 2,000 floor. But in the meantime, they had to put me in this particular module. So I said, all right, man, that's cool. And it was one-man cells. The big homie, T, from Harlem, was in this module when I got there. And he and I, we know each other. T is a real stand-up individual from Harlem Crip. He's a real OG. Trust me. Everyone knows who this individual is. And he's strong, physically, mentally, emotionally. And he didn't have that much time. And he and I got real cool again, and we were conversing on a regular basis. It was no one from Black Pt.1 in there, but there was a couple of individuals from 20 Bloods in there. And it was a mixture in the module of Bloods and Crips. No one's module in particular. In walks Dusty Cuz. This is what I'm going to call him, from Harlem. Clearly, this individual was off of that Christina Aguilera, that Jennifer Aniston, that upper. What? He was sneeze-zipping that good, that stuff. His hair was filthy, dirty. He had braids. He was skinny, sucked up, face sucked in. He had been locked up before in the county jail. I was with him on the 2,000 floor. He got out and came back, and now he's extremely sucked up. You know, I know the signs. I know for certain that he was off of that stuff. And a lot of these individuals in the county jail as well was using this stuff. A lot of black individuals. That grease system. Yeah, they was using, they was sniffing it. And some of them was even smoking it. Just like crackheads. And they began to resemble crackheads. This individual, Dusty Cuz, was one of them. That's not really his name, but that's what I'm gonna call it. He was his pants were dirty, etc. I said, damn, what happened to this dude? Because when we was down there on the 2,000 floor, he did not look that bad. Now, down there on the 2,000 floor, he had one fight that I remember. He had one fight that I can recall with an individual from Black Pt.1. Really, he had to be puffed up to have that one fight. I went to his cell personally and told him, I'm about to get your cell hit to go in the day room and squabble the homie from Black Pt.1. This is what your homies told me to do. You know about this? Because they just telling me to pop his dough. I'm telling them, I'm finna go holler and make sure. I said, you know, he like, man, I'm about to go on a visit. So I went down there and told his homies, he said he about to go on a visit. They said, man, we don't care about none of that. Tell him he got to go in there and squabble right now or else. I said, damn. So he ain't got much respect from his hood. They talking to him like this. He's about to go on a visit. They tell him he still got to squabble. That's not happening. What are you talking about? They not about to get at me like this. This is how they getting at him. I go down to this cell and I tell him, man, they say they don't give a damn about your girl coming to see you. They want you in that day room squabbling up now. You're like, all right, man. He huffing and puffing, he mad. But he was in a little shape, had a little size on him at this time. Got his door popping in the day room, and he squabbled the dude from Black P-Stone. Everything was good. Made it back in his cell in time for his visit. Wasn't necessarily lumped up. He didn't win the fight, but he didn't get beat down necessarily too bad. That's the only fight that I recall. He was in the module with me for a good 3 months. I was down there for some years. So now when I hit the 3,000 floor again, fresh out of high power, and I'm not in the mood for any nonsense. I'll go right back to high power. He come waltzing his dirty ass in the module. And his big homie, T. So first, we shake hands and all this. Me and Dusty Cup. What's up, bro? I'm like, what's up, man? And I straight up asked him, man, what's up with you? What happened to you? Like, he admitted it basically, man. I was out there tripping. I'm like, man, you sucked up. You all messed up. You ain't looking good. Yeah, I was out there. Okay. It happens. None of us are perfect. Now, his big homie, he asked me, was he down there squabbling on the 2,000 floor? Because his big homie, Big T, had already known all of the Black P-Stones that were down there in the module with me because we were conversing every day. And I was telling him what happened. He had already knew what happened, why I just got out of high power. But because it was all around the county jail, basically. But I was telling him, some of the happenings in the module when I was down there on the 2,000 floor, all the stuff that was going, it was going up constantly. So he knew all of the Blackstones that was down there. So he used to ask me what Harlems were down there and if they were squabbling these dudes, this and that. He's still active. So when this dude come in, he asked me, bro, was he down there squabbling? All them dudes, because them dudes from Black P-Stone that you naming that was down there in the module with you, these dudes are some hitters. Baby Rev is one of them. This is my ace boom kaboom. He's not a joke. He's feeling like this dude should have certainly squabbled Baby Rev, if nothing else. You gotta squabble their main individuals if you worth your salt. So I told him. I said, yeah, well, he squabbled one dude. I didn't even mention the part that they pressured him, that he was talking about he had to go on a visit and all of this. I didn't even mention that. I just said he squabbled a dude. I got it. I know for a fact he squabbled a dude from Black P-Stone. It wasn't Baby Rev, but I got his cell cracked. Got him in the day room. I've seen the fight, all that. I can vouch for that he had one squabble. I don't know about anything else. Let's get back to Dusty Cuz. Dusty Cuz come to me. He tell me, man, I had more than one squabble. You got the big homie down there. Now he talking loud on the tier. And so that his big homie can hear him. He's a few cells down. So he talking loud saying, man, you know I had more than one squabble. I squabbled at least 6 times. I squabbled 3 of my cellies. I said, was they from Black P-Stone? Or you just squabbled them because you got into it with them? Because he asked me if you, first of all, I know about one squabble. That's it. Did I witness anything else? I didn't even hear about these other million fights you had, bro. One fight. And I didn't even tell him that you got pressured into having that fight. That you tried to say you had a visit coming. Your visit didn't come until hours later. That your homies was on your head made you go in there and squabble up. Now you're getting fancy with me. You're getting tough. So, TC, damn. So T, he like, man, he's telling Dusty, cuz, no, don't say nothing to me. Don't approach me. Don't get at me like that. Basically, it's not my fault that he only had one fight. TC makes him, TC, he makes him squabble up right there with a dude from 20's. Now the dude, Dusty, cuz, he's afraid. When TC tell him, you gotta squabble one of these dudes in the module, squabble whoop-de-whoop from 20. His eyes darting around, he looking spooked. What's up? You done had all these fights down here in the module, let you tell it, shouldn't be no thing. Let the dude from 20's know, man, homie wanna squabble you, he like, yeah, for sure, bet, blood, cool. He know he finna whoop this dude. They come out on a tier, same day. Dude, whoop, dude from 20's, whoop him out. Bam, bam, get right up on, he don't give him a chance to say nothing, do nothing. We come out, dude from Harlem turn around, dude from 20's rushing, bam, 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 because it's already set up, it's up. Y'all about to squabble up, so there's nothing to talk about. He come out, get right, that's what the dude from Harlem was supposed to do. He come out, get right on, bam, 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 get off on him, drop him. He can't even fight back. If he wanted to, he look back. T, he's not happy. He's not happy with this performance whatsoever. He did not look good. He did not make the team look good. But this individual, Dusty, cuz, he's upset with me when all this smoke clears and the fight is over and we're continuing on with our program. He's looking at me crazy, huffing and puffing when he sees me like, man, you know what I'm saying? This really about you, bro. This is what he told me. Now, T done already told him, don't speak to me about this sort of stuff. And I'm telling him, bro, I'm about to dust you off in a real way. Don't say nothing else to me, as a matter of fact. Your big homie already told you that. But you behind his back still saying this little slick shit. You had one squabble, which is scary ass, and you didn't want to fight the homie from 20's right now. Because you just got beat down. It's going to be worse for you when I get on you, because I ain't fighting nothing but this case. I don't fight anymore. Those days are long gone, boy. If I get on you, I'm going back to high power. You better ask somebody. So he hadn't said anything else to me at that point. And then the big homie T, he ended up leaving. He went home. I believe he went home. And Dusty, cuz, he left too, right, at some point. And I left. I went back to the 2000s. Not long after, I go to Wayside. It was really a mistake. I wasn't really supposed to be on that Wayside bus. I don't do Wayside like that, even though I was forced on there towards the end of my stay. And I was there before it had all these riots and all that. But I don't like Wayside. I don't like the dorm living. So I'm already not happy. And I know I'm about to head back to the county jail immediately. But right now, I'm in Wayside. I got to go inside of one of these damn dorms. I get to the door, and there's a few people that see me, that know me. They like, oh, what's up? They coming to the door. And then Dusty, cuz, he's inside of the door. Dusty, cuz, see me at the door about to come in. Oh, man. And then I see him. I said, oh, wow, this dude right here. I'm already thinking it's all bad. This dude, he was already popping it too much before. He's probably still upset, thinking I done threw him under the bus. That it's my fault that he just got whooped on the tier and got embarrassed in front of everyone. Because had I told his big homie T that he had 20 fights in the module, he'd have never made him fight right there. T made him fight because he was saying, man, you only had one squabble down there. You supposed to be one of the hitters from the hood. You're supposed to be one of the riders. Start squabbling up around here. Squabble him, etc. He's upset with me. None of my homies inside of this dorm, I come to find out. There are no Hoovers in there. But I know people from everywhere. This dude right here, apparently he doesn't know this. He just knows that he's been in this dorm for however long, a few weeks. As far as he knows, I don't know anyone in here. These dudes that's coming up to the gate, they just coming up to hit me up as far as he's concerned. Where you from, bro? Whatever. I'm looking up, I see all kind of people I know. Right. They're about to embrace me as soon as I come in here. But this dude, I see him whispering to someone. Oh, Dusty cuz. He don't know. He thinking there are no Hoovers in the dorm. That he got me. He got one. He got, it's like it's him and two other Harlems in the dorm. He like, oh yeah, let this dude in. This dude that, he basically, this is the dude I was telling y'all about. They got me whooped on down there in the county. This is what he over here whispering as I'm walking through the front door. I'm going to have to bring it to you in part 2 exactly what happened when I got inside of that dorm with Dusty cuz. Well, I see what he's up to as I'm coming in. I see all kind of my comrades up in here. It's like, he knows some of this. He was in the module with me. Like, he knows what's up. He knows who I am. At this time in the county jail, bro, trust me, you know who I am. He knows who I am. But he thinking still that none of my homies are in the dorm. I'm from the most hated hood there is. Bro, these dudes, we beyond that. These brothers right here, all of them left the county jail at some point. They all got love for me. The homie from Peblos was in there. We rock with the Peblos. Dude from Brim was up in there. Homie from Bonnie was up in there. I used to be in the Nixon Gardens. My people from the Nixon Garden. Homie from Shotgun was up in there. But he thinking, apparently, he got me. He got one. He caught me slipping. It's like you're not in the county jail no more. You're not running the module. You're not running the floor. You're not running the county jail. Now you're in Wayside. Now you're in my domain. Now you're the dorm, and none of your homies are up in here. This is what he thinking. Because when it was time for him to squabble, each time, he was apprehensive. He was afraid. One situation, he said he had to go on the visit. The other situation, he was forced into the squabble and got whooped. Eyes darting. Now, his eyes are bulging like a hungry lion who's just seen a big old steak, a big old piece of meat. Like, ooh, I'm about to feast on this. Ooh, man, I'm not going to be hungry anymore. Ooh, I'm about to eat this steak up. This is the look on his face. He thinks he's about to eat me up. I'm saying to myself, this dude is crazy. I see him over here whispering. I'm like, man, I go up here and get off on this dude right now. I slap this shit. I go up here and get off on this fool right now. Ain't nobody going in this door about to do nothing to me. This dude in the law says, who do you think I am? So I said, okay, don't jump to any conclusions. Just come on in, get your bed, and chill out. Let's see what's up. So that's what I did. I came inside the dorm and I got my bunk and I went over there to make up my bunk. And in part two, I'll let you know what happened from there, because old Dusty Cuz, he had sinister machinations. He wanted me out of the way. He wanted me bleeding on the floor. He wanted something done to me. And somehow thought that he had the power to get this done to me, because none of my, immediate homies are in the dorm. Silly. Not to be salacious, but I must warn you that in part two, I'm going to have to let you know what happens when they think they got the big fella slipping. I'm never slipping, man. I'm militant-minded. I'm always observing. I'm paranoid. I'm always on the go. I'm always looking to see who wants to smoke so I can beat them to it. I'm going to go on the offensive. I hate being on the defensive. Whenever people tell you, whenever I heard it's about to be a riot, let's get off now. We're not about to wait. That gives us a disadvantage. It is more advantageous. It behooves us to go on the offensive. We have a better chance of succeeding if we attack first. That's always been my motto. I've always believed in that. And it's the truth. I'm saying only when you know you are about to be attacked. Don't wait on that. So I see what's going on. I see his mannerisms. I don't know what this dude is thinking. Like, you'd have been better off just playing it off. Man. I'll let you know what happened in part two when I hit the dorm in Wayside. And Dusty Cuz was there and thought that the big fella was on his own. But that's okay if I am. I don't need any help. I don't need anyone's help, especially with him. No way. It's not happening. And when the smoke cleared, there was blood on the ground. There was blood in the bunk area. There was blood on the floor. But the big fella wasn't bleeding. Stay safe and stay free, people.